You know, it's something that, you know, for the last couple of weeks especially, you know, trying to, you know, gather as much information, you know, as I could. You know, at this stage, you know, obviously doing everything that I can to, you know, get back on the field to help this team. You know, from seeing doctors to seeing physical therapists to, you know, getting therapy to, you know, trying to do, you know, as much research and, you know, talking to people that you know this condition to, you know, not only correct it and manage it, but also to, you know, try to speed up the process. And it's obviously aggravating for me, you know, frustrating for me because it's not, you know, one of those things, and this is probably the most frustrating part is, you know, it's not, you know, when I fractured, you know, you break a bone, you fracture a bone, you pull a hamstring, there's normally a timeline, you know, 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, you know, whatever the case may be, and this just isn't that. It literally is a week-to-week process where, you know, I'm going to therapy 7 days a week. I'm seeing the doctor once a week to kind of go over the progress, and you know, and the first time I saw the doctor, it's you know, the first thing I ask is, you know, when can I start playing again? Well, you know, it's not quite that easy because it's not, there's no set plan where, you know, you come in first week and you're going to do this type of treatment. You come in the second week, you're going to do this type of treatment and continue to progress. It literally is, you go to the doctor. I go to the doctors usually every Monday. We go over the progress. The doctor, you know, I have some of the best doctors in the world. You know, Dr. Watkins, senior and junior. They've been working hand in hand with, you know, the doctors at HSS, Coleman and Allcheck. You know, the physical therapists work hand in hand. So, you know, the team that I have is, you know, some of the best in the world. So, you know, I'm confident that, you know, the plan that we have, the weekly plan that we do have, you know, is not only going to work, but it's going to work, you know, sooner rather than later, because the biggest thing, you know, that both Dr. Watkins and Dr. Allcheck, you know, have told me is that I'm too young for the surgery option. That, you know, whatever we do, you know, we want to avoid, you know, having that type of surgery at 32. You know, it's different if, you know, you're older, you know, not having to move around and you know, try to perform at this level. You know, having that surgery is completely different than a 32-year-old going in, you know, for that surgery and solving the problem. So, you know, we're at the stage now where, you know, we come in once a week, we meet, you know, we go over, you know, I have to be as honest as I possibly can. The therapist gives his report. You know, there's a weekly report that the therapist gives the doctor. We go over it, we talk. As a group, we talk, you know, and we kind of come up with a plan for, you know, for that particular week. And, you know, therapy Monday through Sunday, see the doctor on Monday, come up with the next plan.
I know this is oversimplifying it, but have they told you you will play again?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's not an issue.
No, that's not an issue at all for me. You know, for me, it's, you know, I'm sure it's, and I'm the same way. It's easy to speculate, you know, one way or another. But, you know, from the moment that, you know, I was diagnosed with this, the information gathering stage, you know, there's never been a question in my mind that, you know, not only am I going to, you know, come back, but I'm going to come back sooner, you know, rather than later. It's just a matter of, you know, being symptom-free and meeting both time requirements and physical requirements in my rehab that I'm just not at right now.
Where are you now in terms, as opposed to, say, 3 weeks or 3 weeks or a month ago, in terms of how you feel and how close you might think you're getting?
Well, the difficult thing with the condition that I have is really what brings on the achiness and the discomfort and the you know, the tightness is in an upright position, and that's just classic you know, symptoms for you know, the condition that I have. So it's a matter of you know, trying to be symptom free. You know, I got the series of epidurals, you know, and I think that, I guess in my mind, you know, I thought that, you know, afterwards I'd wake up and, you know, be ready to swing a bat. In reality, that's not the case. It's you know, to try to relieve some of the inflammation, you know, in the nerves, to try to, fix, some of the damage that are, that the nerves occur when, your spine's a little too, narrow for everything to fit in and fit in comfortably. So, and the biggest thing that the doctor continues to reiterate with me is, you want to avoid surgery at all costs. And if that means being a little more conservative, then, that means being a little more conservative, because we're just not talking about, playing baseball. We're talking about, walking and standing, and being pain-free. And, that obviously is goal number one, to, get healthy and be, pain-free on a daily basis. And that comes along with, going out there and playing baseball at a level that I expect to.